Okay, so annoying because I had to free up the storage on my phone. So I had to do the whole delete the app, re-download it. Anyways. So yeah, so it's just all fucked up. Anyway, so tips for accurate readings, right? So treat your deck like a sacred object, okay? This is what I was saying. Like, I have some decks there. I have some decks in boxes, decks on the floor, decks everywhere, you know? Decks can be well worn and well loved, but they should always be respected. When doing a reading for someone else, you should be the person shuffling and picking the cards so that no one else touches your deck. When you're done pulling cards, keep your deck in a closed drawer so it doesn't pick up on stray vibes flying around your home. The more you care for the energy of your deck, the more accurate your readings will be. I sleep with my decks, a lot of them. Not all of them, but my main ones I sleep with, okay? All the other ones are da-da-da, which the main ones that, like, I sleep with this mostly all the time on my bed. And it has the Roast Iconic deck in there, my Witch Cauldron, Rider-Waite Smith. I love, that's my favorite deck. This my Rider-Waite Tarot. I love the Rider-Waite Tarot. There's other tarot decks I like, but I love the Rider-Waite, okay? And then my Miss Cleo deck is the second favorite tarot deck of mine. My Miss Cleo deck. I only paid $4 something for that deck. The Witch Cauldron deck was $20-something. It was a little more expensive, but it was worth it because it has the original Rider-Waite Smith with, you know, I really like it. Okay. And then, yeah, so those are the most decks that I have next to me. And then I have, right now I have the Love Oracle and the Romeo and Juliet Oracle. Okay. So, the energies, I try to, you know, always keep the energy cleansed on my decks as much as possible. That's why, you know, knocking is a way to knock the energy out of it. Using any kind of like sage or Palo Santo or anything to clear up the negative vibes. I usually use regular white sage for that. Also, it's good on full moons to charge your crystals, and you could charge your decks under the full moon energy, okay? But what's interesting around here, like the stray vibes flying around your home, but right here, retain a sense of wonder and magic. That is the key, okay? Intense emotions like anxiety and fear can block intuition. So focus, but also relax and have fun. So this is why it's important that there's a balance of relaxing and fun while you do this, because of how it can affect in intense emotions, anxiety, fear. So this is why people are trying to invoke this anxiety and fear in hopes that it's going to block someone's intuition or focus, but it doesn't. It says, remember, these cards help you get in touch with your higher self and your spiritual guides. Reminding yourself of this will make you pay closer attention to each card's messages, okay? Silence that annoying little voice that says, this is too random to work, or this is silly, okay? This is what I'm saying. This is why I couldn't be around. It's like, I know people don't realize the significance of how it was detrimental for me to reunite with my dad after being separated, or, you know, and because of the negative things about this. And then my kid was supportive in the beginning, but she started on that shit too. So now I'm building resentment towards my kid, and I'm going to be honest about that. Because of this. Because of the indifference. That, you know, I am very talented. And I am very amazing with my work. And there's no reason why it should be ruined. And the only reason why it's being ruined is because, you know, of my inability to be strong. I do have emotion-filled hate. I'm a Queen of Cups, my sun sign, whatever. I'm an Aquarius moon sign with my emotions. But, yeah, positivity. It's hard to be positive around naysayers. It's hard to be positive around people that just will never accept you, will never, will want you to always fall. That too, and even that. This is what I'm saying. I feel like, even at this point, it's like they're jealous. It's like they're jealous. They won't, It's just so crazy. Yeah. Oracle cards can be startlingly accurate. Startlingly. Exactly. That's what it is. It's like, you know that I've been accurate and startlingly accurate about a bunch of shit. And it could be scary for some people. But damn, does that make you feel any better about how you treat somebody who's very gifted? Okay. The more you suspend your disbelief, the more you will get out of your readings. Exactly. This is why they're working to do this. I don't believe in that shit. That shit's fake. It's not going to work. These are all the things that I've been told. My kid, she just rolls her eyes, just looks, not angelic. I'm my youngest. Like, I am so close to really being serious about her moving out with my father. I told her 1,000,000 times today, but she didn't listen. I said, you need to leave. You need to go out, go with your friends, do something. Because of the reaction I got this morning when I told her I wasn't feeling good to go see my mother. I made plans with my friends and I postponed tomorrow. Like, it's raining, and when do you make plans? It was 2 o'clock. You can still make plans. It's not necessary for it, because if it was the other way around, I would have never reacted to her like that. I would have been understanding. So it's just very difficult for me. So this is another thing, like pouring your cup into people that are never going to pour your cup. That's why I was like thinking, I'm tired of feeling guilty. I'm letting those things seep in. Like, I could have really put myself at risk going to see my mother. I don't think it's going to be easy for me. And I could have really put myself at risk if I would have just did it for them. And do you think they're going to care to pick up the pieces for me? No. They'll just kick me more while I'm down. Yeah. Because they hate that I'm right about a lot of things and I have foresight. And I don't mean to use the foresight to be mean or blah, blah, blah. The only reason why it comes off mean is because y'all are mean to me. Yeah, bro. And then right here, don't overuse the cards. If you're constantly giving yourself readings several times a day, the accuracy rate will plummet. Some people like to draw one card for themselves every morning or evening. I usually do a reading for myself every Sunday afternoon. Find a rhythm that works for you, but allow adequate space between readings. I used to, there's times where I do a bunch of readings if I'm guided to. And there's times where I barely do any. It's all about guiding. That's why, I can't just be forced to pump out a bunch of readings just because, this is not how this works. It's just not fair that no one will even acknowledge or care to acknowledge this. And not only that, they just kick me more while I'm down. Yeah, like this, that annoying little voice. This is too random to work. This is silly. Like all this nasty shit. Initial intuitive hits are the most profound. Exactly. That my initial hits that I was picking up on were being fucking attacked. So then it got me to not, yeah, doing more readings, blah, 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 about it, like, you know, about my personal shit. Like, I keep going back, like, damn, I was fucking right with the initial, like, I just don't get it, bro. But I just don't know what to do anymore. I don't understand who it is attacking my channel. And why? What did I do? Yeah, working case. Yeah. I was picking up a lot about Colorado. My daughter lives in Denver. I was picking a lot about Colorado and about the energy frequency weapons. That in New York is now, that Colorado is one place that they use them a lot too. Because it's funny, because I forgot who I was talking to the other day. I was like, you know what, I noticed a lot of fucking crazy shit happens in Colorado. And like, yeah, it does. And it's because there's a lot of places that they have the energy frequency weapons a lot. And there's a lot of bullshit going on over there. Yeah. I just can't. Yeah. It's just not fair. It's like I have to be alone in a quiet place. Support emotional, spiritual by tuning the user to their intuition and a deeper inner knowing. Yeah. So, it's because I brought a killer secret to life. That axe and that fig, the names that I got right away was Stacy and Becca, Eric and Ralph. I've been picking up on these murder. I don't know who the fuck these people is. Picking up on the BMW, the divination. Like, what the fuck? Like, you think I want to fucking believe this? That something happened to me. Like, I don't remember, like, a big chunk of my childhood. And then the little things that I do remember. But it's just like somebody's on the payroll. But like I said, it was two things that I was going through. And I just really, it's really hard for me to believe that because of some incident with $1,000 that someone was hell-bent on stalking, gang stalking, and getting someone back, all this bullshit, bro. Like, are you for real? I had to win. Like, it's just crazy. But no one ever will just talk to me. Straight up. Like, straight up. They'll gaslight, they'll deny, but they won't ever just admit and say, you know what, you were right. Treat her like an annoying younger sibling. We were tight. She's my best buddy. A surprise to the family. Yeah, like my brother. I remember that when my mom said, like, oh, take her back to the hospital. Or some shit like that. Like, yeah. And, like, I didn't go with my brother today, but then he was like, yeah, tomorrow I'm going to meet up with Junior. And we're going to go. And I was like, oh, you're going to Junior? So I'm not going to go. And he's like, why? You have a problem with him too? And I'm like, do I really have to speak about any of this? Like, damn, it's true. But they always say, what? You have a problem? Like, it's me. Like, I'm the problem. But that's another incident that I had to, it never stops. The attraction, I guess it just won't stop no matter where. You think you could be safe with your family. But you can't be safe anywhere. Immediate spark. It's just like I can't help that people always get some kind of spark with me and get jealous, I guess. I don't get it. I feel so bad about myself. I hate myself a lot of the time because of how they make me feel. I just try to be genuine, unique, but it doesn't matter. Gosh. I don't want to talk about these things. But if I don't, then I'm just looked at as somebody who's weird and why are you acting that way and blah, 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 blah. You're just a bitch and you're this and that. And if you talk about it, you're just a bitch. This is why, abuse victims don't want to talk up or blah, blah, blah. Not saying that all these incidents were abuse, but it just stems from that, Why you don't speak up. It just sucks. So, this is very important to, how to regard. And it just sucks that I have to go through this again. Like, I needed that medication, but I couldn't continue to get it because the person I was around who pretended to be a friend wasn't really a friend. Because if you were a friend, you would have just gave me the doctor. But you were just concerned about making money off of me, right? Right. And I was still grateful and appreciative that I just had access and, and da-da-da. But I had to just cut it off, I'm not going to let that control me. And just the same thing, like, I don't have any weed, and it's so funny. Last names were Mary Jane. And I asked my dad for money, but I'm not going to beg, and I'm just not going to do that anymore. But it doesn't mean that I'm not suffering. Yeah. I'm just tired of always suffering. Yeah, you just want to scream and cry, but what's the point? Nobody hears. Nobody's hearing. Yeah.